Hi Namit, hi Srini, hi Suresh, hi Vijay, hi Aman. Good evening. We'll talk about Tesla, don't worry. First, let's see where we are in terms of our targets and what happened with the market. ES tested 4316, tested 4347, closed below it. Still all right. QQQ open here, target 359, it did that, achieved it. Apple buy above 139, target 140, it went to 142, so it did it. Affirm did 114. Amazon did 3200. 3286, it did not reach, it failed at 3250. BA did not trigger. Google did 2720, almost reached 2750. CRM did move a little, but not much. Facebook went up to 335. Disney moved a little. Nike did its target 150. Netflix's target of 635. Shopify did target of 1339. John Deere did not trigger. Roku did move to 308. Tesla failed at 800 once again. So all, see, if you are interested to know how I draw trend line, support line, Fibonacci, I have created videos. You can spend some time on the videos in the learning section. You will find each and everything, because I do not want to repeat that, because most of the people here, they know how we have done that. So if you still have questions, you can reach out to me and I'll answer. But I do not want to use the same time to explain the same thing again. Okay, so let's see where market is currently. Market is trading at 4314. Okay. Market is 1, 2, 3, 4. Market is in a very, very tight range. It's a triple inside day in ES. And today it closed right on this coefficient, which is a dark blue line below the green thick line. It closed right on that money, and right now it's struggling to cross over it. Once we cross over it and we break 4357, I think that will give us good momentum on the positive side. Downside, I think 4316 is an area where you will see some level of support. Right now we are down because Hong Kong is down more than 2%. Most likely we will recover. And once we start recovering, you will see all of this getting good traction on the upside. Plus we have ADP farm, ADP non-farm payroll tomorrow morning at 8:30, which will have substantial impact on the market. So more or less, if I break it down into, let's say 30-minute candle, it was making a W on 30-minute candle, but it failed. So it might be making a 30-minute cup and handle if it comes back to 54353, but its support is somewhere here in this range, 4305. It's in this range, and that's where it tested. So it's taking that support into consideration. That's 30-minute candle. So 30-minute candle is a very small time frame. On daily candles, after a good downsizing from 4549, we are making still consolidating above this 4295 area. We closed one time just below it. Otherwise, we are trying to hold this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So if we have done that, most likely, if we get a push, that will be positive. And the stop loss on the downside is 4295 for sure. Above 4316, I'll be a buyer for 4347, 4357, 4371, and 4385. That's what my target is on the longer side of ES. Okay, so I am pretty confident that yes, with the market coming into such a tight zone, there's going to be a very big move coming, and that big move will last. And I'm expecting somewhere here that we will come back and test this 444. Usually, when we, like for example here, when we try to break a trend line, we do not, then we tend to fall or tend to reverse the direction. Similarly here, we were trying to break the trend line, but we were not able to do it. So there should be a change in trend, and this change in trend will continue for next couple of days once we break out of this triple inside day. So I'll be a buyer above 4316 with a stop loss of 49. Now I am actually bullish, so I'm marking this as bullish. Stop loss is updated to 4295. Buy near 4316. Target 1 is 4347. Target 2 is 4358 and 4385. So on ES, I am pretty much positive. And anybody who is looking at SPY, you can just divide this number by 10, and then you will have ES in front of you, SPY in front of you. Triple Q, our target was 359 for today. See, the moment we were talking, it almost jumped 2 points. The push will be really, really good. Today high was 359.69. Almost came and tested this trend line on this channel, and then. So practically we are in an inside day. I will be a buyer in this. I'm expecting a test of 363 now. So if we break above 359, right now it's trading at 355, 56, but most likely by tomorrow morning we'll have much more clarity at 9:30 where we are heading. But looking at the triple Q right now and what we had in the morning, this looks pretty interesting. That yes, it had strength. Today, all the big stocks, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, they all backed up and they moved. And that's what I was saying yesterday, that if we are able to close above 351.65, we are definitely moving up, because it's a test of support. Now the test of resistance is there. So test of resistance is here and here. So most likely we'll be moving up and testing 361. Now it's kind of a piercing candle. So I will take the stop loss here of 356 if we go and buy above 359. I am again marking this as positive. Buy above 359. Keep a stop loss of 356. Looking for a target of 361 and target of 363. And I'm expecting more than 363, just to be honest. It can come to 367, 67. So just roughly 367.7. These are my targets for triple Q. Apple. Apple again, like bounced above 139, closed above the buying range, made a new high. So practically it made a higher high, higher low, which is bullish in nature. It is looking good. with the demand of iPhone 13. It's getting some positive response from the market. So I'm going to mark myself as positive on this. And this you can come and test at 143.45 and 144.50 still. So everything is as is. The only thing which has moved is the targets. It's 143.50 and 144.50. You need to buy this above 141 now. And your stop loss should be 140.67. Yes, that these are for tomorrow. These are targets. These are like I talk about these levels for day to day. I do not plan for weekly market ideas. I just take markets step by step, day by day. So I change my instances, my views based on the market behavior. So it's positive because it made higher high, higher low. So it's practically positive. A firm almost tested this 114 area and came back, but closed right on that money. So it has made an inside day. Practically a move over 117 can be really good, but move over 117 is about $6 move. So I will not be that much waiting, like it's about 5% move. That will be a little long to wait and then execute because that gives us a missed opportunity. So I'll prefer to enter into this at 114 area, 113.78 area. If I go over 113.78, I'll be testing 118 on a firm. So a firm, again, it's an inside day. So buy above 113.75, keep a stop loss of 111. Target is 118.72. For tomorrow, I'll just keep this as, and for Apple, I am about 80% confident now. Amazon, I'm still neutral because it's a hammer, which it's an inverted hammer and an inside day. Coming from 3,500, testing this, I think beam will move up on this. The only thing which has changed is the stop loss has moved higher. So instead of 3180 now, we will have stop loss somewhere around this range. 3,200 should be a pretty good stop loss. I'm just marking this still as neutral, but 3,200 is the stop loss, and target will be shifting. And here it will be today's high, 3,260. And you can buy about 3,200 to 3,220. In this range, if you get it, it's good. Otherwise, you can enter into this with this stop loss in mind. And I'm still giving it 60% because it almost gave back 1%. It should not. BA is looking interesting to me. It is making inside day. It's trying its best. And on this channel, it's consolidating and it's making a pennant, or if I want to call it a symmetrical triangle setup. So a break above 229 can be really, really massive. But when should I enter? It is struggling, but it is still making a higher low, which is positive in nature, but it's getting dodgy here and making an inside day. So I want it to move above 225. and my stop loss is 229. So this time what I'm doing is I'm just moving my entry to 225, keeping my stop loss to 221, and my target will be 229 and 239. I'm just waiting for that confirmation, so I'm giving a 60% confidence level on this. Google, I think it did pretty well today. Yeah, it almost tested the 12 EMA, made a higher high, and it's also making a morning star right here. So I would be a buyer again with a target of 27.47 and a stop loss of today's close 27.20. So I am now marking this as positive. So that was my target. So I'll keep that as my stop loss. Buy near or buy about 27.30 area. Stop loss is this. Target is 2747 and 2768. Again, 60%. CRM, nothing has changed in CRM. I was looking at CRM chart. It has made the inside day, and it's the stop loss is only moved up. Stop loss is now 270. So it's giving you a very good opportunity here to enter, and I would say enter around 272 area, and stop loss is 270. This looks good. Why this looks good? First of all, it's making an inside day. Plus, this is a selling zone where it usually gets sold off. But even today, it kind of managed to hold it. Yesterday, it sold off, but it managed to hold and ensure that, yes, it closed above the selling range. So this is a very good stop loss. So I would, if I'm going to make a position in this, I would be keeping a stop loss of 270 here, which is the 12 EMA, and look out for a move towards 275, 276 area and 280 area. My bias on CRM is pretty bullish. I'm looking for a move over 300 in next couple of weeks, but as of now, we'll go step by step. So this is the direction what I can evaluate. Facebook, I am positive. Facebook made an inside day. I will not consider this as an inside day because it still had a very big range on Monday. So having a candle within that big range will always be an inside day. But I am pretty bullish on Facebook, and I'm expecting a run towards 344 and 355. And stop loss will be today's open, which is 328.56. 328.50. Buy above just 333. If we buy above 333, which is the close, and it remains positive, that's the stop loss, and these are the targets: 344.50 and 338 area. 344.50, yes, that's the area which I'm interested in, and most likely if market supports, this will push on the higher side. Then we have Disney. Disney had a lackluster day today, but it's also making a higher high and a higher low, but it got rejected once again from this 176, which is the seller zone. So every time it comes into this range, it fails. But if you see very closely, it's making a W, and if it breaks out this time above 174, 85, we might see a move over 177. So in this case, Disney, I'm just reducing my entry area. It's still positively biased, but a buy above 174.85 with the stop loss here, we can pretty much see this move, and I'm giving it a 60% conviction. Nike had an inside day, and bang, it tested the 12 EMA to the moon. I'm bullish with a stop loss of 147.60. There's no stopping here. It will simply flow, and next target is 156. It tested the target of 150 today. Now the stop loss has moved up, which is 147 and 80, and target is still 156 and 156. Buy above 150. And I'm giving it a 70% move. It's a breakout on the inside day, so I'm just marking it as positive. Netflix, it almost achieved everything. 635 was our target, so it did. I've been like suggesting Netflix since so many months. Now next target is 678. We will definitely test this. Today it had a very big candle, but look the importance of the levels. It closed right on 364.63, almost there. So a break above this can take it to 678 very easily. So I'll definitely be a buyer of it. And if I get an opportunity, I'll try to enter around 622, 623 if I get that opportunity. If not, it's moving up. 634 should be a stop loss. So Nike is super positive. Now 635 is the area, and stop loss is usually Netflix gives up next day, but if you get an opportunity, I'm just giving this range. It's a very big range, but if you get an opportunity, try to enter in this range. Enter in this range with the stop loss and target as this. You will definitely see Netflix giving you that positive momentum. Shopify. Shopify did test 1339, but failed and closed right there it started, which is not a good sign. So I'll be waiting for it to go above 1329, and my stop loss will be 1315, 1320 area. I'll not be touching it. I'm just marking it as neutral. I'll be keeping the same strategy here. If it goes above 1329, only then I'll be entering this. If it is around 1320, I will not be touching it. I want it to break out above 1329, or in fact 1339. If it does, only then it's a good entry. Otherwise, we can ignore this. But the levels are still the same. John Deere made a lower low and a lower high. It's coming into that area of 331 where it has a good support. It almost came there, tested it, and then bounced, but still made a lower high, lower low, which is not positive in a market if you're making lower lows, lower highs. So I will mark this as neutral, and we'll try to see where it is moving. So now entry for this, the target is still 345, but entry will be above this area where it has, I would say, let's take this area into above 339.60. Buy above 339.60 and stop loss will be 338. Target will be 345 and 345.70, 354.70. I'll just keep it to 345 right now. And I'm marking this as neutral. ROKU did show some strength today, along with the market, made an inside day. But as I said, the Monday move was massive, so any candle will be an inside day. So I'm ignoring that. I'll be a buyer in ROKU with a stop loss of 302.87, looking for 313. What I want is it should break out of 310 area. 309.45, if it does, then we can see 334. It has been consolidating really, really hard. It has broken below and everything, but I want it to break above 309.45. If it does, target is 313, 334. John Deere, I want to mark this as 60%. Tesla, now I'm not that much bullish on Tesla. It's making lower lows and lower highs and kind of breaching. But one good thing is that the EMA has been catching up. So the stop loss, if you really want to go long, 770.40 should be your stop loss. And you should be entering above 779 and 770.50 will be your stop loss. And I'm not giving more here, but I want 800 to breach first. So that's my tickers which I wanted to cover for tomorrow. Now I'll be going into chat, pick up all the items which you have listed, go through them one by one, and then I'll be posting the Zoom link so that we can have a conversation. So NVIDIA and Snap. So let's start with NVIDIA. As I said, NVIDIA, it bounces from 197, tests this line to the point and eased off. I'll be a buyer on NVIDIA for a target of 209. That's what I said. I'll be a buyer in NVIDIA at 197. I'll be a buyer here tomorrow if I get an opportunity. And stop loss will be 203. 203 will be my stop loss, and I'm going long in NVIDIA. The same thing will happen with AMD. But NVIDIA today had some strength as compared to AMD. So I'll be picking NVIDIA over AMD for tomorrow. Snap is bullish. Every time Snap's like 71.89 area, every time it comes around this area, it just gets the buyers. So I'll be taking into consideration that yes, this is a benchmark and it has been holding this very beautifully. Just a week back, it was trading at 80, which is about 10-12% from here. So I'll be like definitely adding this into my trade Snap on the longer side, looking for 74.60 first. If we do that and we manage to break above it, that will be a very positive push. And one more thing which we need to understand is that market has seen all the negatives from the US Senate. Now anything which can come out is but positive. Plus Fed is printing, and that's why like nobody was positive about market yesterday. But I told you guys that Fed is still printing the money. And once they're there, it will push the market up. And it did. Most of the people are still wondering what happened today, this morning, that why all of a sudden the market was up. And now why again in the after hours market is weak. That's all right. Do not look at the market after hours. But for tomorrow morning, I'm still bullish. We are going to test 4385 most likely by tomorrow. If 4316 is managed, we should be fine. Then we had Palantir. Palantir has a news. I was looking at it at after hours. Now 2558 is a very important resistance. if we break out and we hold this area, just go long in it. It has been an underperformer for long. This 800 million contract should definitely push it to the moon. And look for this area, 27 to 28, 29, where it had made kind of double top. That should be your target. 25.58 will be your stop loss. Then QCOM, like if Apple is moving, QCOM should follow it. It has seen enough, but it's still making lower lows, lower highs, and the gap between the candles and the 12 EM is still there. So I think if we hold 126 tomorrow, we'll be making a morning star. So I'll be positive on QCOM. Novex, Moderna, I'm short. I'm totally short on these companies. They have gaps to be filled. They have gaps to be filled. This is one gap which is still there at 100. And this is the gap which is still there. There are multiple gaps. And these companies are so overvalued that now they are just reacting to the valuations in the real market. So this is purely short. Even for Moderna, I myself have made some shorts. It's not able to break out, made a dodgy. Even if it's coming down, it made up green, but the price action is still saying, no, we are not sure whether we should go up or not. That's a state of confusion. Once we are in that state of confusion, it becomes difficult to move up. So I'm short on both Moderna and Novex. Then we have Kush. Kush has given back. Because today, I think oil and gas, the crude, what I would say, the crude inventory was much more than anticipated. That will definitely have some negative impact on the prices of the crude. So if you are a long-term investor here, Shobit, or if you have positions which are few months out, I would say this is a time where you need to book profit for now, wait for entry once again. I'm not recommending any shorts in there, but if you are entered somewhere here in this range, 70, that's about 50% move. I think that's a substantial move. It's time to cut down some gains here. Otherwise, the move downwards will be very quick. Anyone else? Okay, let me just post the Zoom link. And then you all, and before I do that, I'll be just stopping the live streaming. So you all can join me on Zoom. And if anybody has any questions, we can discuss. I just want to make it quick because I am totally exhausted at this moment from my work. So I just want to make sure that, yes, I get some sleep. So you can join over there on Zoom, and I'm just stopping the live stream. All right.